As per the Hindu calendar, today we are entering into a phase of heightened spiritual activity. It's a time marked by specific religious practices over 9 days to pay respect and homage to our gods. We do this by relinquishing certain portions of our appetite, by practicing virtues which are more liberating and divine. But what is divinity if it is just limited to idols? What is divinity if it is not tending to your own inner divinity? So today, I would like to discuss how the entire concept of Navaratras can be amplified for the modern generation by certain psychological and physiological tips. My name is Dimpit Sethi and I would like to welcome all of you on Lifestyle with Dim. On the 51st episode of Detox, I will be talking about the relevance of fasting in the modern world, and you will benefit from this in not only doing blindly what the adults tell you to do or the seniors tell you to do, but actually being in oneness with this phase of heightened divine energy. Roll back. First of all, I would like to give my 2 cents on the transactional nature of religions and spirituality. Especially in India, we see there's a stern bias and a staunch belief towards religion. There's a devotedness which seeps into humans as well. The way we treat our cricketers, the way we treat the Bollywood stars who might or might not deserve all the respect, we treat them with devotion. We treat them and make them into gods because that is an intrinsic part of the human spirit in India. We are head over heels in love with things, and then we become head over heels in complaining about those things. So we have to understand this aspect which comes with being a spiritual and religious society. This has been used for political benefits, for business benefits, for benefits by superstars, cricketers, wherein they act less responsibly and they want to cash in on this God image which they have circulated among people to make benefits. This has also seeped into the human consciousness over a period of centuries, and we see that now in the modern world, most people who practice some religion go to God to ask for something or to stay away from trouble. They want to partner God in their greedy pursuits, that's what I have seen in higher societies, or they want to partner God in order to save themselves from the sins that they have committed. And this fear-based religion is diluting the value of the whole faith and consciousness upliftment that our religions were meant to give us. So we have immense energy in India. There is energy all around us, and there is an uplifted energy which we now over the ages have stopped tapping into because of our greedy pursuits, our transactional religion. And this is a great time. These 9 days are a great time to tap into that higher energy. And I, with a few tips and the support of science, psychology and physiological information, will help you tap into this high energy today onwards. So let's start with the concept of fasting. In the next 9 days, most people will be going on fasts. Just like other religions, there is a fast component to the religious practice. And this comes because you have to control your desires and basic human urges. That is the relevance of fast. But what I see and perceive in fast, people end up eating higher calories than they are supposed to in normal days. They end up consuming specific food groups, not all of them, but in a ratio which is far beyond natural capacity of digestion. So physiologically speaking, you're consuming fatty food, sugary food on the pretext that it is, told by our ancestors or told in the scriptures. But actually, are you controlling your desires? Because fasting is nothing but controlling or learning to control your natural human desires. And that's how you uplift your energy towards the supernatural. Along with that, fasting also means fasting from all sorts of desirous thoughts, of exciting thoughts, of limiting beliefs, of negativity for others, of jealousy from others, of ego. So are you fasting from your ego for these 9 days? Because that is more important than letting go of your food. Going to the temple or praying for 3 times is less important than actually living with godly energy, living in godliness. Because just putting that flower in front of gods, giving that token of money to the priest won't lead to any solutions, won't lead to a significant energy change in your being. That can only be led by fasting from all these limiting perspectives and negativity. So back in the day, religion was meant to uplift your energies. It was meant to make you more spiritual, more self-aware, and lead you towards godliness, a higher energy form. And from that higher energy form, all the decisions that you made or you took led you towards prosperity, progress, happiness, joy, and spread love all around you. Now the world works very differently, so we have to adapt our practices. Although we don't have to let go our respect for the past practices, but we have to adapt them to the modern world. So a better form of fasting in the modern world would be letting go of your desire for social media. And I bring this specifically because it is second nature to the human today. Just like earlier on we couldn't conceive about living without food, and now people go on intermittent fasting and they are enjoying the benefits of fasting. Similarly, let's make it a point that we are fasting along with our food and along with what our scriptures tell us from things that are actually relevant to the modern world. We are fasting from talking loudly with people. We are fasting from being angry. We are fasting from too much time on our devices. We are fasting and creating that specific fast tailor-made to the modern day, rather than trying to follow old scriptures half-heartedly, trying to rationalize certain parts of old scriptures and processes so that they fit into our lives, but they don't let us go out of our comfort zones. So let's fast in a new way starting this Navratra and create a better world where we are not dividing based upon religion or our spiritual practices, but we are uniting the entire globe as one community. If you want to, you can like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can share this video among people you would want to influence in a positive manner towards a positive life purpose and an undivided society which is united. Pranam.